What's up, y'all? This is Brenton with Minute. I'm about to smoke a perso with HighThoughtsTV, man. Make sure y'all tune in. Don't tune out, man.
Smoke a perso sweet with HighThoughtsTV.
Y'all know what the fuck we doing, man. It's Hot Thoughts TV. Niggas hot in the bitch, man.
I'm smoking a perso sweet with HighThoughtsTV.
Alright, so shit, what's going down? Welcome to the Hot Thoughts TV.
Man,
I don't know who we in this bitch with.
man, we live in Denver, Colorado with Minute. As you can see, man, shout out HighThoughtsTV, one of the hottest platforms in Houston, man. I appreciate you for having me on.
Oh hell yeah, you already know we had to when we in your city. It's only, you know what they say, you call it a you gotta tap in.
Yeah,
you gotta check in with
yeah.
a nigga, you feel me?
I appreciate that, man.
So a little bit about you. So where are you originally from?
So, Box Day baby, Colorado, born and raised. Really born in Fort Collins, which is like a college town up north. CSU, that's where like all the CSU campuses and all that. The Rams. But I don't really remember that because I was like, I don't live there till I was like probably 3. And then we moved. I actually lived in like Wyoming and Nevada for a little bit. And I moved back to the Denver metro area when I was 8. So that was Thornton, Arvada, where I spent like most of my like high school, middle school, elementary school years, which is like the north metro area of Denver. And then now I live in Denver. About to move again actually, but
Yeah.
so basically all over Denver really since I was 8.
So what's like the Colorado or Denver, like just describe the aesthetic for people that haven't, aside from weed, because everybody look at Colorado as just weed smoke.
Right,
So
right.
what's really going on out here?
As far as the culture goes, shit, we're known obviously for the mountains and the snow, city of the snow. Weed obviously, snowboarding, skiing. That's kind of like the easy thing to point out. That's what like the government pushes. But like outside of that, when it comes to the rap scene, you feel me? We got a good like West Coast / like Midwest sound because we're like right in the middle of Detroit and like LA, so it's like a kind of a mix of both. Like it's a very it's like a gumbo pot of sounds, and it's because there's a lot of people that have moved in here since weed got legalized, and then you got people from Chicago, people from the South, people from Cali, all move out here. On the political side, you got like Crips and Bloods and shit like that for the most part. But yeah, that's really what it is. I mean,
So
yeah.
before
Good,
like,
we're known for sports too. Like our hockey team's really good.
yeah,
Nuggets looking good right now.
for
but,
sure. Yeah, first place in the West right now.
Yeah, so definitely a big sports town. I would say a lot of MMA fighters and stuff come out of here.
Yeah, so talk like, before weed was legalized, talk some of the major differences you noticed in the culture, like changing from then to now.
So when we got legalized, I was a freshman in high school. So like honestly, I wasn't as in tune, but I could definitely still speak on it. Like I wasn't even really familiar with the rap scene at that point. I was listening to rap, but it was always Future, like all the Atlanta rappers, the Cali rappers, all like the mainstream Snoop Dogg's, Tupac's, Eminem's, all that. You know what I'm saying? But when the weed got legalized, man, everything changed. Like the city, all the buildings started growing. All these people moved here from like Cali. A lot of Cali folks moved out here. Even from Texas, from everywhere, like Chicago, Midwest. Like a lot of people seen it as like a lot of opportunity out here, but it raised the prices of everything. So I think we're like top 5, top 10 like most expensive cities in the U.S. Like, so we're not as expensive as like L.A. or New York or like San Francisco, but like we're pretty up there. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we changed everything. Actually, everyone's always complaining, like especially in the comments on oh, I'm glad people are moving out because people are finally starting to settle in and move out. But honestly, I looked at it as a great thing. It boomed the economy, you know what I'm saying? Actually, I feel like helped the rap scene a lot too, like made more artists take it serious, more people tune in. So I think it really helped a lot. The sports teams, the Broncos won the Super Bowl in like 2015. The Avs just won the Cup last year, so I mean, like, it seemed kind of like a destination spot and everything. Just
so, like, in the midst of all of that, what made you start, fucking with the music scene or even getting into the content creating?
Shit, I was, but first it started with like flipping clothes. and that's what I still kind of do a little bit. And I would be linking with rappers when they come out of town and they need some shoes or something. I'd be selling some shoes or whatever. And then a lot of like the local rappers would buy gear off me or what have you. And then I was like, I remember I started going to shows. A couple of homies I went to high school with invited me to some. And I remember I heard Young Fiji, he's a Boulder rapper. And I was like, the first time I was like, oh, okay. Like I was at the show, I was like, damn, this kind of hard. Like we got some rappers out here that go hard. Like I didn't know about it, you know, because we don't really have any mainstream artists. So I was like, oh shit. So I kind of just started putting ideas together. I was watching No Jumpers, the Say Cheeses, the Zach TVs, and I was like, so we got all these talented artists, but there's no platforms out here really to push. And now I'm not gonna lie, I've seen a couple before Mile High Minute, but they must have did like 2 or 3 interviews and then stopped. You know, they weren't really consistent with the promo and the interviews and stuff. So I was like, shit, I see a lane that no one's hitting and that could actually help these artists take their brand to the next level. So I'm just do it, and I just ran with it. And it was tough at first, but it definitely started paying off.